everyone, this is Kaifu here with game 2 in the series between Nathan and Ethan. We have Nathan on my left side playing Refrain Sacred Beast, while on my right side we do have Ethan playing Tree Control. So this will be a Tree Control versus Sacred Beast itself. Now Tree Control is very grindy because when you're about to lose life, you bring out a big 15-15 on the field along with the scale, which makes it 19-19, so very hard to kill. And not in that you can't even target the opponent at all, so you can't use Law Silent on it, you can't even thunder him, and even you do damage to your opponent, the owls will just eat it up and so on. So yeah, making it a very grinding game. So it's a very heavy control game, you'd say. And then we have Nathan on my left side is playing Sacred Beast, and Sacred Beast is one big power play card, so you want to drop Hulong and get all 4 Sacred Beasts out and gain a lot of pluses out of them, and then overwhelm the field when your opponent cannot overwhelm the field at the same time. So this will be an interesting matchup because it is a double control mirror. So the reason why I say double control because most Sacred Beast decks will have cancel spell on it, so it will be a cancel war battle so against each other. So this will be a very tough match. So let's get on the game back itself. So currently life point was 4,000, came to 4,000. In comes the Dream with Juliet. I haven't seen that card for a long time. It able to destroy an addition or flicker a card, which is mean removing it from the game and come back on the field at the same time. And then you can either destroy addition, which I just mentioned, or draw a card. So it has 3 effects you can use. Obviously destroying the field addition, not allowing Nathan to have that extra protection you need against that Moonbeam. For those that don't know, Moonbeam is her new instant speed card from the latest cluster, another latest expansion set from Owl's cluster, which is A4. What it does that it allows you to destroy a J ruler without getting responded. So unless you're playing that specific field edition, which Ethan got rid of, which is the Refridge. Refridge allows you to cancel it out because Refridge trigger on its own. It's not the player choose to use it or not, it's just trigger on its own. So meaning it's the only card at the moment can stop Moonbeam. So at the moment, field wise, we have an Elvish Priest, a Hydra Monica, and a Gretel in play. In comes the Law of Silence, so it's trying to silence down the opponent, meaning that he can just play Hulong for free without getting responded. So that's what he's trying to do. But in comes the Whirlwind, so here comes the cancel battle now. So pretty much not allowing the Law of Silence to resolve, so meaning he said, you know what, I really want to interact with you what you're to do, and if you try and do something shenanigan, I can at least stop it. So the Law of Silence can be very painful in this type of situation because Law of Silence says that you can't play for the turn. So pretty much you can say it's one of the cards can skip your opponent's turn, but however, it's a very situational card because the fact is that you have to be in a dominating position to the point that Law of Silence will be really relevant, because Law of Silence is very good or very terrible. What I mean by terrible is because the fact that if you're already losing, Law of Silence doesn't buy you any time. It doesn't stop the battle phase. It doesn't get rid of the problem off the field. It doesn't stop your opponent from gaining advantage. You losing a card in hand. So Law of Silence can be sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. It's really bad if you're losing, but it's really good if you are in a dominant position, saying that, you know what, I'm going to win this game now, I'm just silent you can't do anything, and what can you do from there? So it's very painful card to go against sometimes. And in comes the Feasting flashing in for some reason in response to the Foreman. If I was Nathan, I will allow the Foreman to resolve first, because the fact that if you want to drop Feasting for no reason, at least allow him to choose his card first before he think about, oh wait, he's dropping a Feasting, so I think I should keep this card in my hand first so I can get rid of Feasting. Well, that's my point of view from a competitive player's point of view, but however, so yeah, if I was Nathan, I will allow to form a resolve first and then drop the Feasting if necessary need to. And even then, I wouldn't really drop Feasting out of nowhere, because Feasting is one of those cards can prevent you going for the OTK, getting OTK should I say. The only reason you drop a Feasting down on the battlefield is because you have a Hulong play. Now, that is kind of a risky play what he just did, because he dropped it during the main phase, battle phase. So meaning that your opponent has ways to like, oh wait, he's not at the end phase yet, so meaning I can stop him if I want to. So now dropping another Feasting in play, so now having double Feasting on the field, so meaning double production along with Elvish Priest. but his opponent does have free resource open, meaning that he can actually get rid of the field if necessary need to with my Sign to the Future in game 1, which we saw as a main board tech card. So let's see what can Feasting do now. Feasting will allow him to get more mana production, but I don't think it's necessary because the fact that your opponent might even like the Sign to the Future, and so getting rid of 2 of your Feasting, which is 2 of your mana production, not in that produce any color you need. So if I was Nathan, I would really just wait to my opponent tapped out, then I would drop the Feasting. That would be me, or prevent the OTK from coming. Currently life point wise 4,000 compared to 4,800. The reason Ethan's life point increased to 4,800 is because the fact that he played Foreman. Foreman allows him to drop X amount of card on the battlefield onto the bottom of the deck, not on the battlefield, on the bottom of the deck, and draw that same amount and gain 800 life point at the same time. Paying 6 resource and not tapping the white for something and dropping Hulong because it must be the glare, because I do not see any white resource on the other side of the field, and he does activate the Whirlwind and does not get the full castle because he does have the extra resource to play with. And here comes the dragon, here comes the turtle, and if his tiger comes out, then if it doesn't come out, then it indicates that Nathan misplayed this one point. Yeah, he didn't get the tiger out, so he misplayed because, you know what, he accidentally should have tapped the white resource. From my point of view, you should have just tapped the white resource because the fact is that unless you have another way to produce another color or another resource on the battlefield, you won't have ways to use that white resource. So you should have tapped it, making Hulong getting the full benefit, getting the extra sacred base out, and gaining life point at the same time, so putting your opponent in a tough position. That would be me, but hey, it could be anything that happens from here. But we do have a strong field advantage for Nathan because he has 1 Hulong, 1 Phoenix, 1 Turtle, 1 Dragon, and 1 Elvish Priest, along with 100 Hydro Monica can search for any card he needs to put on top of the deck and draw into it. While his opponent only has like 2, 4, 6 open resource, it doesn't really do much unless he has another Sign to the Future to do get rid of the board once more. But other than that, I don't see he is in a strong position at the moment. Let's see now. Paying 4 resource, might be dropping a Lucifer perhaps, but no, it's double Sign to the Future, so it's removing and then chasing again. So removing 4 cards in play, very powerful. So Sign to the Future is one of those cards can actually stop Sacred Beast. A lot of people say, well, Interdimensional Escape stops it, Flame Trap stops it. Not really, because think this way, you're sending it to the graveyard, and most Sacred Beast deck will play at least 1 horn in the main board, and even you got rid of it, they would most likely use the horn, shuffle everything back in, and then play Hulong once more and gain that field present again. So Interdimensional Escape and Flame Trap doesn't really do much because the fact that you think, like I said before, all they need is 1 Hulong and 1 Horn of Sacred Beast to get everything back on the field. So removing from the game, not able to recycle those cards with Horn is very powerful. So so removing all the Sacred Beast and Hulong is very deadly as well. In comes the Riddle, which allows him to ramps even faster. So currently we do have 2 resources on the opponent's side, which is Ethan, compared to 2, 4, 5 resources compared to Nathan's and Ethan's. Wait, let me say that again. 2 open resources for Ethan, 5 open resources for Nathan. In comes the Dream with Julia, which does allow him to flicker a card, draw a card, or destroy addition, but there's no addition on the field, so I'm assuming he's a draw card. Yes, he's drawing a card, but I'm not sure what he's trying to draw into at the moment, because at the moment there's not a lot of big threats, and Nathan's passing turn, surprisingly. I'm surprised he didn't actually attack with the Phoenix. He must have forgot about it and so on. So meaning that he will search for a card with Reflective Frame, and as I said before, if he didn't if he attacked with the Phoenix, he dealt 400 damage, so a bit easy to kill and so on. So that extra 400 damage could matter, you never know, because your opponent's wide open, they're tapped out, nothing to attack with and so on. So if I was Nathan, I would attack with the Phoenix and do some damage directly to the opponent, so putting them in a same life point as you, and not only that, you able to do that much closer to life point damage as well, with like putting down to 1 and then get rid of the hours. So Nathan did search for one card, which I don't know what he searched for. Most likely will be a cancel spell against the cancel wall, most likely. So yeah, in comes the Celestial. So Celestial will allow Ethan to search for an angel upon the battlefield. Most likely it will be a Lucifer, but in comes the cancel wall again. Like I said before, in comes double seal wall, not seal wall, and seal wind and light, and then one against Ethan's one. So and he's completely tapped out once again, so putting himself not in a great position. But again, even Nathan does go for the final blow. Alice does come out with the Excalibur, putting him a easier position, you can say. So even if Nathan goes for the killing blow at the moment, it wouldn't really kill him, if somehow that is. Ethan's completely tapped out, so he can't really do much, and he has 2 cards in hand compared to his opponent like 2 or 3 cards in hand. And none of that, he's using Reflect Refrain to draw cards as well, so meaning getting to his key cards a bit faster. And yeah, if he drops Hulong, yeah, he does drop Hulong. Dropping Hulong at this time is very, very scary because his opponent is tapped out. You already used double Sign to the Future. You have no way to stop this from resolving. So in comes the Hulong, and Hulong will be able to get all 4 sacred beasts this time: the tiger, the dragon, the phoenix, and the turtle. So meaning getting a lot of pluses out of it. Not again, gaining 1,000 life from the tiger, drawing a card, burning 1,000, most likely burning the Hulong, because Hulong can't attack this turn anyway, and bouncing most likely I would say target the Hulong, but most likely there's a ruling issue with the and so on. Wait, he tapped for Magic Stone? Wait, what happened here? I think there's an issue here. He should have triggered all those sacred beasts and stuff before. But I think he actually went to straight to combat, so I'm pretty sure they could call the judge at the moment. Yeah, it does call a judge by the looks of it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's a mandatory effect, but he accidentally went to the combat phase right of that, and then yeah, got himself in this situation. So yeah, so the judge could explain that, well, I'm going to give you a warning now because there's a mandatory effect, because this will be your first warning for this entire tournament, and because of that, be careful next time. The second warning will hurt quite a bit. And then yeah, be careful what you do, guys, because if mandatory effect in a big tournament like this is very, very important. If you don't trigger it, it can be the difference between you losing or winning, and also your opponent winning or losing as well by if you trigger it or not. And if you trigger it, could be put yourself in bad position. So trying to burn off the Gretel but bouncing it back with the turtle. Again, as I said before, he could target the Hulong, but the judge rules that you must have a legal target as the same cost as the Sacred Beast when it comes to play. But obviously that ruling is incorrect, but can't do much about it. Attacking directly with double Phoenix, which does put him down to 3,600 life point compared to his opponent's 5,000 life point. So let's see, 2 open resource, so meaning another seal winner light perhaps, or a double. No, a Law of Silence comes in now, preventing the opponent from doing anything. That is when the Law of Silence kicks in and putting your opponent in a stressful situation. And I did mention earlier in the video, when Law of Silence comes in, it can be very, very good or very, very bad. And this is a really good Law of Silence because look at the field. His opponent has an empty field, and Nathan has a flood field of Sacred Beasts, 2 Phoenix, 1 Tiger, 1 Turtle, 1 Dragon, and 1 Hulong. And wow, that is one crazy Law of Silence. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just Law of Silence, guys. You don't have to worry too much, but this Law of Silence matters so much because at the moment, his opponent, Ethan, can't really do anything. And by seeing that he's not interacting with his opponent on his opponent's turn, like with Sign to the Future and so on, meaning that all those cards in his hand must be either Resonators or chant cards, so meaning he can't respond to it. So he is not in a good position from my point of view. And not only that, he did search from the Hydromonica. Nathan, he searched for it from the Hydromonica and using Reflective Refrain to search drawn to it, meaning he getting his key card he needs. So putting Ethan in a not the greatest position, to be honest. So let's see now. 2 Phoenix, 1 Tiger, 1 Turtle, 1 Dragon, 1 Hulong. That will be enough to push his opponent down to 100 life point and trigger the tree's ability. But let's see how he does it from now. 36 compared to 50 life, and an untapped Reflect Refrain. So he does have the option to J-activate if he wants to, but if I was Nathan, I would actually won't J-activate, because obviously with double black open, meaning Moonbeam can be very, very harsh and obviously kill your draw mechanic power as well. And looks like Ethan does use the Dragon's ability, pumping all Sacred Beasts onto +2/+2 and doing a lot of aggressive play. Let's see now. If I was Nathan, I would attack with the Tiger first, because Tiger will be enough to force down to 100 life point and have at least a turn on the battlefield to defend with if necessary, or attack with later. So let's see. Currently life point wise 1,700 life point compared to 5,000 life point. Attacking directly for 15, which does put him down to 200 life point. Attacking directly with the dragon, which does put him down to 100, and will trigger off the tree, which bring out Alice and the Excalibur as well, putting a 1919 on the battlefield. So let's see. Tapping for stone. Tapping for stone. Yep, he has 2, 4, 6, 7 resource open, and his opponent has 4 resource open, and by the looks of it, his opponent cannot stop the attack and so on, so meaning that there's no interaction in his hand at the moment, so that Law of Silence was very key last turn. So let's see now. Like, look at it, I think I saw a format in Ethan's hand, but I didn't see it too clearly because of the glare. So let's see now. Ethan's thinking about it because he got KO'd by Beastly Attack in the previous game, so he has to be very careful, because Beastly Attack at this moment in time, which is the judge showing him, because Ethan requested for Cassie the text of Beastly Attack. Now Beastly Attack will create a loop here if Alice remains on the field. The reason is that because when a Resonator declares an attack, they trigger stack on the and if you activate Beastly Attack at the same time, it trigger a stack onto the Beastly Attack, which is dealing 600 plus 600 attack onto your Resonator and 600 damage to your opponent. But however, since the Alice been taking it back, it creates a loophole, so Twitch is triggering once more of the Beastly Attack, burning 600 directly to the player, but however Alice will be eaten up and then create a loop again, because it didn't really do 600 directly to the opponent, and it Beastly Attack doesn't target, so meaning didn't fulfill the condition of Beastly Attack, so meaning it creates a loophole, meaning the Alice has to eat all the Beastly Attack, and then that means that the Beastly Attack will actually kill the Alice and kill the player at the same time. I know it doesn't really make sense, but you think of this way, Beastly Attack condition is that, or it has to deal damage directly to the opponent, and because Alice ate it up, and because I think Alice says it's a replacement effect, so Alice eats it up, and making Beastly Attack has to trigger once more to deal 600 damage direct to the opponent, and so on. So if Beastly Attack resolve in this situation, and if even with his 3 cards in hand does not stop it, Nathan wins the game, because this will create an endless loop, and this endless loop will actually kill the Alice and kill the opponent at the same time. So if you guys are unsure, I suggest that ask your head judge what is this guy talking about with this endless loop against Alice and Beastly Attack and so on. I recommend talking to your head judge, but I do know about this rule, but obviously you guys have to find out yourself. So yeah, if this Beastly Attack resolve, and if the Resonator is still attacking, is still on the field, if there's no Stoning of Death or any cancel spell, meaning this attack will definitely end the game. So yeah. So it's hard to explain. I recommend asking your head judge what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure my explanation is terrible. So yeah, because Alice is eating it up once more, and then the Beastly Attack have to redirect again, and then Alice eats up again, and so on. It creates an endless loop, like I said before. So yeah, Nathan's trying to explain to Ethan how it works, and so on. So yeah, that's how everything works. So yeah, it does work like that, and so on. So yeah, 5,000 compared to 100, which will be 0 soon, because Beastly Attack, as I said before, create an endless loop, which is killing the Alice and killing the player at the same time. So really good card. So against this type situation, and so on. So yeah, they just explain to each other like why do I lose the battle or lose the game because of Beastly Attack. So this is just an explanation of how it works and so on. So yeah, as I said before, if this resolve, Ethan will lose the game from here. So let's see. Currently life point 5,000 compared to 100, and as I said before, if it resolves, Ethan loses the game from there, and the judge is trying to explain to Ethan how it works and so on. So yeah, sorry about that. Sore throat just coughed just now. So yeah, won a heck of a battle because it's a very hurry control battle, and control battle can lead to a lot of cancel and so on. So a lot of people ask me, what do I prefer, rush deck or control deck? Obviously I prefer control because it's interesting, interactive, but I prefer rush when I end the videos because rushing makes the life for me a bit easier because I can finish the editing quite fast while control can take forever. So yeah, that's the game guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.